hopefully we're able to hook up with them and keep them pinned. Oh, and there he is, second cast. Welcome back, everybody. So today will be an interesting one. I was browsing Tackle Warehouse the other day, and they had a pretty decent deal on swim baits. Obviously this is a bait for the ocean, so that's probably why it was so cheap, but nevertheless. So it's basically a SPRO 8-inch swim bait. It's the fast sink, so it's a little bit over 5 ounces, which is the biggest swim bait I've really ever thrown. Obviously swim baits get much heavier than that, but we're gonna go out and see if we can't catch some pike with it. The water clarity that we're fishing in is awful, so the bright color might actually benefit us. This is a Dorado color. Have these fish ever seen a Dorado in their life? Absolutely not, but I think that actually might benefit us a little bit today. Because it is a saltwater bait, they do have the 4X super strong hooks on there, so we shouldn't have to worry about bending anything out. And they're, you know, obviously saltwater hooks, so they're supposed to prevent rusting. So let's go ahead and get into it. I don't think there's going to be any bass that we catch today. I highly doubt it. I assume that the only bites we'll get, if we get any at all, are going to be from pike. So we'll be throwing in this on a leader, and the plan is to throw for a little while, and then once I get tired or just get bored of it, we'll probably troll this up and down the lake to see if we can't get lucky into a bite, but we'll have to see what happens. So let's get after it. So this is what it looks like out of the package. It's a 3-piece swim bait with a soft rubber tail, so should be very lifelike in the water. It is, again, a little bit over 5 ounces. My Dobbins is rated for a little bit over, or right around 8, so shouldn't have a problem as far as that goes, which is great. Hopefully we don't break line before we end up catching one. It doesn't float, so if we break our line, it's gone. So let's get after it. All right, first cast. Oh boy. Crank everything down. We have to reel like crazy to prevent this thing from getting hung up in weeds. Did I did not just have a bite. I think I just had a bite. Unlike my third cast. There's no way. It wasn't big. Are there marks on this thing? There aren't any marks, but that definitely got nipped by something. If that was a bass, oh my lord. All right. Well, that is good news, but I've been out here before where I've had one bite right away when we start and then nothing the rest of the day, so let's keep fishing it. Reeling it in, I was hearing a noise and I wasn't really sure what it is, but it's this lure. It's got a very loud knock to it, so on top of it just throwing an absolute ton of disturbance in the water, it also is very loud. So if there's anything in the area, it's definitely going to know that it's there. One thing I'm going to do with this relatively often is cut and retie. Just casting such a heavy lure puts so much stress on your knot that you don't want it to fail when you actually finally get a bite. So we'll keep retying this probably, I don't know, every half hour, 45 minutes, something like that, just so we end up not with a weak connection or anything else like that. But go ahead and do that. We have not had a bite since that first little nip, so it's not great. We might have to end up coming out to a out fishing again for another try, but with a big bait like this, I don't expect to catch, you know, many or multiple every single trip we go out. So if we get a bite or two or a fish, I will be more than happy. Well, that is about it for today. We had one bite for sure, one other one that kind of felt like a bite, but didn't hook up with any fish, and there's not a whole lot of rash on here or bite marks at all. So even if they were bites, they didn't get a hold of it real well. So we'll have to come out another day and end up trying again, hopefully for a little bit longer during the day. Typically, like in my experience, I've always done much better for pike in the middle of the day when it's sunny. But we'll have to come out one more time and see if we can't end up with a couple fish. All right, we had no luck at the lake, so we're out at the little spillway and see if we can't end up with a fish out here. This has a pretty decent population of pike too, so I feel like there's a chance that we'll catch one out here, but let's see. We're gonna have one. It's gonna be in the first cast or two. Right there. No! Oh! First cast. Called it. It bit. I don't even know if it got a hook into it. Oh. I knew there's a chance. We still might get that one because I don't think I pegged it. It kind of like flopped over it. Let's see if we can't get lucky twice. Nope. Come on. All right, we are back again, fishing that same spot that we had the bite yesterday. And again, it's going to be a, you know, first couple casts probably have the best chance of catching one, and after that probably won't. So hopefully we get lucky and get into another one. First cast. Nope. It's on. We're good. Oh, got him. Oh, no. It hit the water. Oh, I can't. That was a smaller one. Yes, that was a smaller one. Did he actually make a nick into the bait finally? No, I think this has like just a paint job for saltwater, because there's not been a nick on this thing. I didn't even reel. Like, it literally hit the water and he was on there. I don't know how many chances I'm going to get at this. I mean, that's probably it, to be honest. We are out again, still trying to catch our fish on the SPRO swim bait. We've had plenty of bites. I think there have actually been a couple that bites that I didn't get on camera also. Coming out today, it's a little bit rainy, so I'm hoping that a little bit of the noise kind of distracts from the ginormous swim bait that's hitting the water, and hopefully able to get maybe more than one bite at a spot. But the goal is just to catch one fish at some point in time. So let's get after it. Hope if we do have bites, hopefully we're able to hook up with them and keep them pinned. Oh, and there he is. Second cast. Stay hooked. Oh. Ugh. I mean, he barely stayed hooked up. Nope, nope, go. Second cast. That is what we expected. Not a big one, probably like mid-20s, which isn't awful, but goes to show they will eat. I mean, are known for eating fish that are almost up to half their size. So that's the first one. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe a little bit of the rain brought some luck in. So let's go ahead and let this one go and keep fishing. Maybe I can't imagine we have only gotten one bite every time we've gone out, but maybe this is the time we get many. It is official. We finally got one. And as many bites as we've had on this, the tail's held up really, really well. There's not even a single mark on it. That fish finally put a little scuff into the paint job, just right underneath. So it clearly headshotted it. Glad that we had a leader on, because this was all crimped to heck. So that was a good idea. Clearly the leader hasn't prevented any of the fish from biting. Got a couple marks on top, a little bit on the side. So that's our first one. Let's see if we can't make it more official and catch a second or third. Seems greedy, as difficult as it's been to catch one, but why not, I guess. All right, this is the spillway or outflow that we've actually had more luck at and had bigger pike bite on this lure. So we'll go ahead and throw in here. Again, it'll probably just be a couple casts will be our best opportunity, like it has all, this entire video. The water is moving a little bit faster because of the rain that we've had, which is actually a good thing. Usually fish congregate a little bit closer and are a little bit more aggressive or make a few more mistakes, in my experience at least. So let's see, again, get ready for the first cast or two, because that seems to be what's happened. Okay, nothing on our first one. A lot of wood over there, so this is where things get a little dangerous. Oh, I had one bite. That was the exact same spot as the other day. He did not get even stuck with it. So there's a chance we could catch that one again. Well, that's about it for today. We had some storms roll in, so we ended up having to cut it a little short. So we only actually got those 2 bites, but thankfully we were able to keep one pinned and actually get it on shore. So fish clearly don't care about ocean lures, or at least pike don't. They will bite this. So, and in all honesty, the color scheme, I actually really like it for if we're fishing in stained water or something like that. And pike, at least in my own opinion, don't seem to have a ton of preference as far as color goes, as much as maybe like bass or something like that do. But as far as the bait goes, couldn't be more happy with it. I actually liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I'm definitely no musky angler. I cannot cast a bait this big that long. Props to those guys, but if I had to do it again, I most certainly would have gotten the slow sink or the floating one. It would have been just a tiny bit lighter, so a little bit more easy to manage. And I think we would have got a few more bites because we would have been able to slow roll that a little bit easier and potentially picked up a couple more fish. Just where I'm fishing for the most part, not real deep, so you had to burn this in pretty quick to get bites. But nevertheless, if you guys like the video, if you wouldn't mind liking, and as always, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be greatly appreciated also. Till the next one.